Good day, happy travelers. Seven Continents Travel Agency here today talking about Royal Caribbean shore excursions in the port of Juneau, Alaska. So if you're here watching this, you're one of two people. One, you are thinking about booking a cruise that goes to Juneau, Alaska, and you want to see what the shore excursions are, or you have already booked a cruise with Royal Caribbean and it stops in Juneau, Alaska, and you want to see what the shore excursions are. So in this video, we'll cover the shore excursions options available that are in Juneau, the price, the duration, the departure time, any height, weight, age, or other restrictions, as well as other important notes, details, etc. And then before we quickly move right into it, if you're looking for a travel agent at the end of this video, I'll talk about how to contact me. Otherwise, you're here to talk about shore excursions, and heck, so am I. So Juneau, I'm on the Quantum of the Seas, June 10th through June 17th. But this is for any Royal Caribbean partners with vendors. And these vendors, these travel advisors and partners, this is what they provide to every ship. So regardless of your ship and the ships change, this is what's available. But let's just take a look at the overview here. And there should be some things that catch your eye. There might be three right now. One is the price. This isn't the Caribbean. This isn't like walking down to the beach and, slapping on sunscreen. This is the price is, well, you can see. But also there's some percent off. And then look at the availability. I'm recording this November 2nd. And this cruise is for June 10th. The Quantum is a bigger ship, of course. And we already have 4 spots, 1 spot left, 2 spots left, 2. And I'm scrolling down here, 1, 1, 1, 1, 5, 2, sold out, sold out, sold out. Point of this is if you see something you want, book it now. And you can even see the price, and there's already a, whoa, hey, look at this. So that's the first item of note. Let's hop into the luxury whale watch. $667, a little cheaper if you're a kid, about $30 cheaper. So one leaves at 1:30, one leaves at 1:45. It's a 4-hour tour. Activity level is mild, and it lets you know that, hey, you are going to, there's only 8 people. You're only going to be able to go out into the bay, and it's a yacht, 25-minute drive. So these are the details here. And if you've never seen my videos before, I'm not going to narrate the entire thing. This isn't a Cliff Notes book, but you can pause and read the details. It's good to know that beer, wine, champagne, and sodas and waters are all included in the purchase for that. The interactive self-guided Jeep tour. This is the price per vehicle, $700. You can probably fit 4 people in there comfortably. Leaves at 2 o'clock for 4.5 hours. It's a strenuous activity, but you'll head up to see the Mendenhall Glacier. So if that's on your thing to do, it looks like if there's 4 spots left, that might be 4 vehicles left. So if this is what you want to do, it's a Quantum of the Seas is a big ship. We're kind of pretty far away from the thing, and we're already down to 4. Although this takes place in a foreign country. Alaska sometimes feels like a foreign country, doesn't it? Interactive, here's another interactive. This is the 2-door Jeep. This is the 4-door Jeep. About $160 more. You can still fit 4 people in a 2-door Jeep, can't you? It's just more space for the people behind you in the 4-door Jeep. So you get the same thing that you saw before, and just if you need car seats in the back, just give them 24 hours notice. Just leverage that pause button. It looks like there's 1 4-door Jeep left, as it says 1 spot available. Now here, this is something kind of cool. Mendenhall Glacier by helicopter. Then once you get off the helicopter, there'll be some dogs waiting for you. $1,000 per guest. 10% offsets. And instead of being $1,100, it's $992. 2 hours and 45 minutes. One leaves at 2:45. One leaves at 3:15. And I did see this on the Smithsonian Channel. And a little bit pricey for my thing. The maximum weight is 250 for this. But it looked like, hey, look, if you wanted to do like the bucket list dog sledding, helicopter experience, it looked really cool on TV. I'm not looking to drop $1,000, but if you are, well, actually for me it'd be about $4,000. So that's for you. And everyone looked like they were having fun, right? That looked like a lot of fun. But what if you take out the dogs? Like this is just the dog sledding. If you wanted just a helicopter without the dogs, $500. Dogs are expensive. I've long been quoted as saying that. $493 for that leaves it's a 2 hour 15 minute leaves at 2:45, leaves at 3:45, and you will go off, do the highlights that you see here, see the things that are noted here, and then the details. The tour includes 30 minutes of helicopter time. That's worth noting, and there might be a weight surcharge if you weigh more than 250 pounds. Okay, well, there you go. So if you're bringing your iPad mini, or any other device, no GoPro. Those are important notes to consider if you were looking to go in a helicopter. And you can see the glacier water melt and stream freshly made. What about a helicopter and dog sledding? Here's the Norris Glacier, different. Instead of Mendenhall, take you to a different glacier. Still about $1,000, 3 hours and 15 minutes. One tour leaves at 2, one leaves at 3. Minimum age is 2, and maximum weight again for the helicopter is 250 pounds. There's the surcharge note. There's the helicopter type note, and that is, there you go. That is a different glacier with dogs. What about Alaska Sled Dogs and Mushers Camp? 2 spots left for this, at least for the June one. 2 hours and 15 minutes leaves at 130, $250 per guest. And you can go on an exhilarated dog experience. You get the Tongass National Forest picture, lots of opportunities to take selfies, let your friends know that you are in the wilderness. Got to be able to walk 100 yards, be able to raise your knee 12 inches to board the sled. So if there's some mobility concerns there, they're documented, and that will make your journey a lot, notable. Helicopter, glacier, and walkabout. So get on a helicopter and go walk on a glacier. 3 hours and 15 minutes, leaves at 1:30, leaves at 2:30. Minimum age is 8. Maximum weight, again, for the helicopter is 250. Flying for 30 minutes. These are the notes there, similar to the other notes that we covered. But lots of helicopters going to a bunch of different places and a lot of different ways to explore the excursions. Let's get into the water. What about Alaska's Whales Glaciers and rainforest trails? That sounds fun. 2 spots left for this. $364, $250 for kids. 5-hour adventure leaves at 1:30 and 2:15, and you get to see the things noted in the title, noted in the description, with the highlights noted here. It says, "See guaranteed whale sightings." They promise it. They work with the whales, and they say, "Hey, it is time." And this is where the whales feed, of course, so they can. That's a guarantee, That is a guarantee. But you can also win prizes if you capture Juneau photo contest. So maybe it'll pay for itself. And again, it's popular. There's only 2 spots left. What about going to see a glacier and then baking some salmon? $134 per guest, a little cheaper for kids. Little kids don't like salmon nearly as much. $99, 3.5 hours, leaves at 2, leaves at 3:30. Can go see the glacier, and then an all-you-can-eat salmon bake. You and the bears competing for salmons, and everybody's winning. Everybody has a lot of fun, especially if you like salmon. If you don't like salmon, that's not for you. And what if you want to see the glacier but not eat salmon? What if you want to go out into a garden? $107, 64 for kids, 3 hours and 45 minutes, leaves at 1:30, leaves at 2. No notable weight restrictions, but you got to ascend 580 feet and soak in the breathtaking views. And if it's raining, you'll be soaked in some breathtaking rain, as it sometimes rains. Well, not sometimes. It is Juneau, Alaska. It rains there, so just soak it in. It's part of the experience. There'll be a 30-minute photo stop, though. So there you go. Other notes regarding potential itinerary changes. What about the exclusive Alaskan whale discovery? You can be the first to discover it in this exclusive discovery. $379 for adult, a lot cheaper for kids, $140 off. 3 hours and 45 minutes, leaves at 1:45, leaves at 4:15, and you can go out and see the humpback whale, stellar sea lions, porpoises, orcas, and etc. Those items are noted there. Each person will receive a $100 cash refund if a whale is not. Look at that. So that means if there's no whale, I mean, I don't know. Are you hoping for a whale at that point? Or you're like, hey, I don't know. I'm hoping for a whale. And look at that. Just pop it out right there. What about a glacier canoe paddle and trek? $500 per guest. And that doesn't matter if you're a kid or not. 6 hours, leaves at 1:30. Maximum height 80 inches. Maximum weight 250. Minimum age is 12, and you'll be paddling. You probably don't want to fall into the glacier water. That's like literally ice water. Literally. Those are the notes. And pay special attention to the brilliance and quantum of the sea notes that they provided. So there'll be some adjustments due to time and port. What about the Taku Lodge Feast? 5 glacier seaplane, $900 for an adult, $824 for kids, 3.5 hours long, leaves at 1:30. Maximum weight is 300. And all the notes that you see there about all the 5 glaciers you will see, the deepest and thickest in the world. Gaze out the window of your seaplane. Doesn't that sound spectacular? You go to the Taku River. Everybody gets a window seat and headset for continuous narration. And I bet it is better than mine. Total flight time is 40 minutes. Got some bears wandering around there. Here's the Taku Glacier helicopter and airboat adventure. So this is planes, trains, and automobiles. $1,000 per guest. Adults, children, doesn't matter. 3 hours and 15 minutes. You got one leaving at 2, one leaving at 3:05. Minimum age is 7. Maximum weight is 250. And it tells you about your 60-minute airboat duration, what you're going to see. Some of the glacier details are noted there. Some of the highlights are noted right there. You got to be able to walk 0.1 miles over flat surfaces with inclines and some stairs. So if that's a mobility concern, take note of it, as you don't want to make this kind of investment and then not enjoy it for all that it is. What about a dog sled summer camp? $227 per guest. Leaves at 3, leaves at 4:10 for a 2-hour and 15-minute adventure. And you get to go hang out with dogs, and it's a summer camp with them. So the engagement time with the dogs is about 20 minutes. Mushing and dog team time is 40 minutes. So if a lot of people, so there'll be some talking, some education, some transportation. Here is the whale watching Mendenhall Glacier photo safari. A lot of different ways to see a lot of different whales and take pictures. 424 leaves at 1:30 for a 5-hour adventure to see the items listed there. But if the title says photo safari of whale watching in the glacier, I expect you'll have the opportunity to take a lot of pictures of whales in that glacier. What about the Gold Belt Tram? That'd be a different way to see everything. You get to go up into that little contraption there. $44 for an adult, 30 for kids. It's at your leisure. You get off the boat, you head over to where that thing, and you just look for that thing in the sky, and just hand them the ticket, and they take you up there. It climbs 1,800 feet, and you can take pictures of the surrounding area, looking at everybody below you. You probably do that in tandem with a whale watching excursion. What about Whale Quest and Orca Point Lodge? $300 for an adult, $234 for kids, 5.5 hours long. Leaves at 2, and you can go and see whales and hang out and enjoy the remote landscape. Feel free to leverage that pause if you want to read the additional details. And again, you don't get to see the whale. They give you $100 cash. Cash. What about a salmon hatchery? Yeah, sure, you got the glacier there. You had the salmon eating thing, but then there's the salmon hatchery. $74 for an adult, $39 for kids, 2.5 hours long, leaves at 1:30, no notable weight restrictions. You just get to tour the salmon hatchery as it's listed in the title. And, well, that sounds, if you want to watch the salmons hatch, then just hop over to the salmon bake and you can get the full life sequence there. Pilot's Choice Glacier. You don't get to choose where to go. They choose where you get to go. So, and it's a little cheaper. $790 per guest, 2 hours and 45 minutes long. Leaves at 3:30. You see the notes here. 50 minutes of flying time. Maximum weight is 250 pounds. And 2 15-minute landings. So he's just going to, that pilot's going to go wherever there is. Note the weight surcharge if you're over 250. And the restrictions regarding the iPads. So we talked about whales. What about paddling with whales? So there's boats and then there's paddling. $650, 8 per guest. 6 hours long, leaves at 1:30. You got some restrictions there. Minimum age is 8, maximum weight 250, maximum height is 80 inches. And you get to, well, in short, go out and do a little paddle boat. And with these details and restrictions noted here, hopefully you run into some whales. But hopefully they don't knock you over. Don't want to see whales, you just want to hop on a bike on land, drink some beer, you were in luck. $164 for an adult, and I don't know how many of those kids are going to enjoy those brews, but they're cheaper. I guess the beer is $40. 4 hours gives it to minimum age is 10, minimum height is 4 feet, probably for the bicycle measures, and you get to go 8.5 miles. And then when you're all done, you can have a brew that is served responsibly. Minimum age for that is 21 here in the United States. There's a whale watching and salmon hatchery tour. What about a zip line? Zip lining is $309, $284 for kids. 3.5 hours long, leaves at 1:30, and you take the leap of faith. Hope that a steel cable can propel you all the way down the way that you went up. Minimum age is 8, minimum weight 70 pounds, maximum weight is 250 pounds. Should be comfortable walking up 50 stairs, comfortable jumping up off the platform that you just climbed up. Complimentary snacks and beverages are included. Free Wi-Fi is in the lodge. So that is done zip lining in the Caribbean. I could do it here, I suppose. I don't know if I will. What about a pack raft? So you fly into the Norris Glacier, hike, then pack raft. $1,150. 2 spots left for this. 5 hours long. 1:30 is the departure time. Minimum age is 12. Maximum weight 250. Maximum height is 80. Details are on the left here for you to read at your leisure. More important details and advisements are also provided on the left. If you're looking to fly in to Norris Glacier, things that are sold out. So if you're on a different cruise ship, Brilliance of the Seas, Quantum, whatever the cruise ship, and maybe it's not sold out. Heck, I mean, this is for 2024. You might be looking at 2025. So 5.5 hours long, $284 for this. This is just Mendenhall Glacier, whale watching, and wildlife quest. So the whole purpose of this is to really get some wildlife, and some money's refunded if they don't see it. Hot cocoa is refunded provided for everybody to enjoy. Whale watching and wildlife quest, similar to the other one, but a little different. $229, 4 hours is the duration. And again, if you don't see something, they give you money back. They put their money where their mouth is. Well, they put the money in your hand. Here's a helicopter glacier trek. It's $800, 4 hour and 15 minutes. Minimum age is 12, maximum weight is 250, like every other helicopter adventure. And you'll be up there for 30 minutes enjoying the scenes. Here's the 5 glacier seaplane exploration. $500, 1 hour and 15-minute duration. Maximum weight is 300 pounds. So you'll be up there briefly for about 40 minutes. And then you'll see what there is to see. Well, you'll see the 5 glaciers. And then you get you don't get to choose it, but there's a Mendenhall Glacier Guide's Choice. So they're going to take you on whatever path they want to take you. And $200 for an adult, $144. It's 4.5 hours long, and you can hike and look at those details below. So that is the excursions available on Royal Caribbean offers in Juneau, Alaska. And as promised, if you're looking for a travel agent, I'm a travel agent. 7continentstravelagency.com is me. I'm this fella right here. And I'm just happy to talk vacations. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to purchase a vacation to talk to me, as you can tell by the videos. And I think I have 400 of them now, almost. Anyway, I just like talking vacations, and I like the sound of my voice. Hopefully you do too. I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy your trip to Juneau, Alaska. Travel safe.